Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Capricorn for the month of August. Hi Capricorn, how are you? We're now in the fire sign of Leo. Things moving forward, lots of action, lots of energy this month with fire behind us. So let's see what's in store for Capricorns. Nine of Wands is the energy around, so keep pushing through. You're almost there. The marathon is almost complete. You can see that finish line. And that is the benchmark, really, of Capricorns. They're very sort of driven. They're driven to achieve their status in the world. Very driven people. So let's see what your messages are, dearest Capricorn. So you're almost there. So whatever you do, don't give up. Where you are right now. Seven of Cups. Just be careful with this energy, Capricorn, because if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So there are options available to you, lots of options, but you have to be really sort of circumspect about what it is and use your emotions. If it really, the main overriding meaning of this card at Atlanta Tarot is that just be careful. If something seems too good to be true, it may be. So just hedge your bets a bit. We'll see what crosses it to get the real sort of whatever it is. It could be a relationship as well, where you're thinking, oh yeah, this person's amazing and everything's beautiful and it's the honeymoon period. But yeah, we've all got our stuff and we manage to sort of conceal it sometimes and come across as amazing, but then underneath the amazingness there's the stuff, isn't there, Capricorn? So let's see what crosses that, or what's brought this in for you, so we can get an idea of where to be a bit cautious with this card. The Queen of Wands, so there she is, fiery woman energy, female energy, very much coming across as, you know, a doer, a very positive person. She gets to the top. She's got lots of energy. She can be quite, she's very opinionated to some people. Capricorns might think, oh my God, she's a bit over the top. But, you know, she's very powerful, very fiery, very honest. Very motivational as well. But yeah, she can have a very acid tongue. She can sort of be too frank sometimes, a bit like a Sagittarian sort of female especially, you know, too frank sometimes that you think, oh, God, a bit of a sting in there. But yeah, so she's sort of crossing the whole reading. So whoever this woman is to you, or it might be you coming across as being a lot more assertive, especially if you feel like something is too good to be true, well, just speak your truth. Don't sort of leave it hanging and just say, oh, I can't say anything. You've got to sort of be really sort of assertive with her around. She is whatever, you know, you'll all have your take on it. So, but it's definitely that energy for August. The background, the Tower. So something's outdated, needs to go. Some sort of structure, whether it's work or a situation's coming to an end. You have to let it go, Capricorn. It's got to go. It's crumbling. It's old. There's no point in trying to fix it. It's like a leaky boat, you know. Let it go, because new things will come in to replace it. Could be a divorce as well. Could be the end of a relationship and then something new coming in, or you could have met somebody else who's sort of, yeah, a bit too good to be true perhaps, but that's okay. So that's been in the background there, Capricorn. Recent influences. King of Wands, so you've got all the Wands energy coming in, Capricorn. So I call him the travelling king. So he comes in, he's a troubleshooter, he's a very smart guy, he's very sort of on top of his profession, whatever he did. He usually comes from overseas, or he moves around a lot. He's one of those people that you sort of, he comes in, he's got a lot of energy as well. Very much a troubleshooter, but someone that sort of moves around the place. He's a mover and a shaker. Very interesting, but I always see him as, you know, he's coming from somewhere or he's going back somewhere, but that's the way he is. He moves around. Very powerful energy too, just like the Queen of Wands. Can be arrogant, so you have to be vocal with him around. Don't let him get the better of you. The lesson is the Empress: structure, discipline and hard work. Definitely getting to the top, getting to where you want to be, becoming that Emperor. And just it's all about sort of strategy and getting to where you want to go. And you guys know all about that because that's your second name. It's about drive. And the Emperor is the Emperor for a reason. Very global sort of person too. Once again, a bit like the King of Wands, can be a bit arrogant. But you can sort of come over the top and say, oh, hang on a minute. Is this all true, or are you just sort of hyping it up? Interesting, the Emperor. But just remember, structure, discipline, hard work. Near future. Beautiful card. Your Queen, Queen of Coins. Very stable. Things come to her. She's done all the hard work, so it's almost like they call her up and say, can you come and help us with this? Because she's pretty good. She's very earthed. Very much that Capricorn Queen. She's that person that you can go to and you know that she'll have good advice for you. She's very warm, very stable, very practical. So that's coming in the second week of August, around that time, Capricorn. So that's really good. You've got a few characters in here this month, Capricorn, so that's quite interesting. And you know, as the month goes through, you can sort of come back and listen again if you're a bit perplexed. And you can probably see that these characters are all coming in for you. What's happening that you're not realising? Eight of Wands, off you go. Free-flowing energy, fast-moving energy. It's a fabulous card for just moving forward and getting things done. So just know that this month you're going to get to where you want to go. There are a few characters to deal with, as I've just said, but you know, this is the green light card, the Eight of Wands. It's almost like it's the motivating card. It's very much sort of getting things done, things going easily, no obstacles with the Eight of Wands. So, you know, that comes in what you're not realising, and it's an amazing card. So don't forget that, Capricorn. Trawl through the characters. How others see you. Seven of Swords. So what are you up to, Capricorn? Something's hidden. A bit of deceptive energy around you. Maybe other people are thinking, hang on, what's going on with that person? They're not sort of showing all their cards. And that is the Seven of Swords. Bit deceptive. So if this is how people are seeing you, you will just, you know, take note of that. This is interesting. So you've got these characters, so they're all sort of coming across as something's coming to the surface. Something may be too good to be true. And this is where they're sort of thinking, oh, hang on, look at that Capricorn sitting there. Something's up there, but we can't see it. They're not telling us everything. Interesting. Or it just might be yourself that you're feeling like you don't want to reveal too much. What you're feeling positive about, the Magician, the Spirit Messenger, Mercury, things moving fast, all the potential in the world to do what you want. So get busy and get active, get on to things, acknowledge your potential and go for it. He can be a bit tricky too, but everything in life comes with its tricks. But as long as you're sort of on the level, which you normally are, Capricorn, you're very sorted, very grounded. The Magician comes. He's like the Spirit Messenger, so he brings you messages and says, yeah, you can do it, so get on with it. other people that are looking at you going, what's going on? But this is the manifesting card. So manifest away, Capricorn. It's what you're very good at. The outcome. Page of Swords. Lots of gossip coming up towards the end of August. People talking about you. People spying on you. So yeah, there is something undercover. And other people. You've got people talking, which is interesting. But just remember, play by the rules, and we'll see. Let's just have a look at the Tower. Put an extra card on that. And that Seven of Swords, and that Page of Swords. Just to sort of get a bit more clarity. So underneath the Tower we have Three of Coins, hard-working energy. But time to move on, Capricorn. Working hard, which is your second name. But yeah, very much a spiritual card of learning as well. So whatever you've learnt with the crumbling of the Tower is really important. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep on the straight and narrow. Doing really well. Working very hard. There's no news there because you always work hard. Okay, so good. Let's see what's under this Seven of Swords. Underneath the surface we have the Moon. So yeah, definitely you're coming across as people don't really know what's going on. Maybe it's not their business. Using intuition, they are confused by what you're doing. So it's quite interesting. I'm just a messenger, so yeah, something's covered. Something's sort of under the radar. You can't see it yet. They can't see what you're doing. You're coming off as confusing to them, or maybe a bit deceptive, but that's all right. Obviously something's brewing. It'll probably take till the end of August to surface this Moon card. So just do as you do. Keep working hard, focus. There's a lot going on this month, lots of characters, lots of room for sort of people talking about you. Speaking of which, we'll just see what's underneath this little gossipy Page of Swords, that gossipy little spy that he is. The Hanged Man, so patience. Yeah, well, as a friend once said to me, as long as they're talking about you, employ patience, move on through that gossipy period. It doesn't matter. If they're talking about you, they don't know what you're up to, and that's okay. So there you go, patience at the end of the day, patience, and you will get to where you want to go. Excuse me. Okay. Final guidance card for you. Put a reading card guidance. Pure speech. Happiness comes from when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to yourself and others. The words you use are like seeds you have chosen to plant in the garden of your heart and the world. You have the power to destroy yourself and poison the world around you, or more importantly, you have the power to plant beautiful flowers. So there's an overriding message here that there's confusion around this. It's all about, you know, sort of being real, being true. Yes, some things are hidden, and, you know, people are finding whatever you're doing is quite confusing, but then again, it's your trip, Capricorn, so just be pure in speech. That's all you can do. Even if you're not ready to reveal something, you tell people, well, it's actually, I'll tell you when I'm good and ready. It's your prerogative. I hope you have a wonderful month, Capricorn. It's going to be quite interesting, and we will talk again in September. Thank you so much for listening.